Hello friends. Today we will discuss about a very important thing. So why I'll explain step by step why I reach upon this topic, why we should be focusing on learning and building habits, what hobbies, what exactly these things, how exactly these things are important in our life. So the power of habit, the power of habits. Today we'll discuss about this particular thing. So there is a particular writer, James Duhigg, who has written about this particular thing in his book, The Power of Habits. That's what the main focus of today's content is. So, like we all understand that we need to have our habits in life that keeps us going, keeps us moving. We all like we all need to do a job or do the kind of work that brings us satisfaction. If that keeps us moving, that makes us feel alive. Also, like why the communication is really important part of whatever we do in our life, because most of our things what we do are explained by how we explain it to the people. If you are doing a really great work but if you are not explaining it to the world, then people may not remember your work. So you have to be able to explain your work in a very beautiful way. Also, like you'll have more friends if you're a great communicator, if you can explain yourself very well. If you like if you have you can put your thoughts to words, if you can put your ideas to words, then you can achieve, then many doors are open for you in the life. So, guys, what we do and what we like, all of these things. So, all of these things are answered by this particular person, James Twigg, in this particular book, The Power of Habits. I have just taken some points that we'll discuss today. So, do we really think that at the start of the journey that we are going to be successful? So he says no. You don't really need to like understand or think about success or failure at the start of the journey. All we need to be thinking about is the journey. The journey should be like really beautiful. We because that is your because your journey is your story. Like we do what we really want to do. If we really do what we really want to do, then it really brings a great output, and we also are satisfied by the work we do, because that improves us. That is the process that's going to improve us. The output is really important, but the effort we put into it, the journey and the strategies we make, the time we spend, that is what really makes us. So all of these small things are really important. Also, we always need to have a roadmap. It may not be entirely very useful, but if you have a roadmap, you really know in which direction you are moving or in which direction you need to be moving. Also, we need to be setting up small goals, because the way we can set up small goals, that will keep us moving, that will give us a motivation every day to wake up and make some small changes, achieve some small things, and that will feel us accomplished. Definitely we need to have a direction, we need to have an objective, we need to have long term goal or last or big goal. But if we can break it down into small goals, that is what differentiates successful people from all the other people. Like we all have our goals in our life, Some people have those dreams, but they never know how to achieve those dreams because they have never really taken time to think about it and breaking it down into small, small steps, small, small goals. Because that is the most important work. That takes up your time, effort. You have to think about it, what you're gonna do each and every day. That's what makes it important. Also, we need to be choosing our profession very wisely because that's what takes up most of whatever time, energy, skills we have. Guys, think about a profession that you didn't choose with all of your heart, and how did you feel at work? If you really want to feel good at your work, if you really want to feel good at whatever you do, then you have to think it very wisely. Try different professions, do different things, but at the end of the day, if you don't like what you really want to do, if you don't like what you really are doing, then it doesn't makes a difference. Whatever effort you are putting in your work, you may do it for a small time, but in the long period or in the big picture, the work satisfaction or the work that gives you delight is really important, guys. I'm not saying it because I have read it or he has said it. I'm saying it here because I believe into it. That because I have also chosen many profession in my life, I have given up. I have tried teaching, traveling, content creation, blogging, no, and many things. I'm still exploring what I love to do and what I don't love to do. There can be sports, habits, professions that explore different aspects of your life. Some of them may bring you money, some of them may not bring you money, but some of them really bring the best out of you. So that is what really important, guys. Also, when asked about what kind of books he would want to write, what kind of work he would want to do, so James Duhigg answered very beautifully, guys. So, like he simply said, he would like to write about the things, or he would like to do the work about the questions that he wants to answer, but he doesn't have it right now. So he really said it in a podcast that he would like to work about the things or write about the things that are really important in our life, but we don't really know how to answer it. Another thing is, our job should be first to entertain ourselves, then involve in the work, teach if we are teaching, write we are writing, or do whatever we are doing. So these are the simple things. Another thing, when asked, do we need to have a template for our work? He said yes. He has a frame of our teaching, in which format, what are the parameters he remembers while talking to the pupil, what are the parameters he remembers while teaching pupil. So it is also really important, guys, to have a parameter or have a framework for whatever kind of work you are doing. If you are really doing a work without a framework, then you may struggle at some point. You may feel lagging behind. But if you really have a framework, then you will not have to think about it time and again and again. That's what that's what he answered. Also, when asked about the consequences of internet, So James said it that the thing about internet is that we are focused really a lot about the facts. But when we are learning the things, there are too many additional things that we grasp. For example, pick up like when we are teaching in a class, or the importance of college, why colleges were made fundamentally, why we have to go to school to learn basic things. When we there are hundreds of medium, and today like there are millions of methods of learning. But earlier, when there were not many methods, why at all schools or colleges or these institutions were made? Because like it is a place where you meet many people, and the person who is teaching you, if he will just spit out the facts, you may remember 30-35% of it. But he said that I can say it with confidence, if whatever I'm teaching, if I can add a story to it, if I can add a narrative to it, I can say that most of the people will remember it 99.9% of the time. That is what differentiates these kind of mediums. So, guys, I will keep this video really short and interesting, because keeping it long and tedious, people will lose the interest. And also, today, like these are the kind of things, these are not facts, these are learnings of life. So, if we keep it really short, and if we present it one by one, step by step, then many people will be able to grasp it, and will be able, should be able. The goal of me creating this video is that whatever we learn, we should be able to implement it in our life. If whatever I'm teaching today, yeah, guys, if I'm not able to implement it in my own life, if I'm not doing what I love, if I'm not able to break down my tasks into small small things, if I'm not connecting to the pupil, if I'm not presenting a narrative, then it is not really useful. If I'm not doing what I really love, then the journey will may not be very easy. Also, if I don't have a roadmap, then it may not be very easy to take our journey forward and to achieve our objectives. So, guys, I'll stop this video here only, but keep learning. Thank you, guys. Namaste.